Oh, shit.
We have a potential 600 in progress for Hermosa Beach. Subject is 25 and appears to have shit his pants.
Get back here.
Namaste, everybody. I'm at peace. I just did ayahuasca again. We didn't talk about it this episode because I have a guest. And I said to myself, I'm going to process it for a week, get all the downloads, and then talk about it. Because also right after ayahuasca, I've been crying a lot. I tell you what. And I know I'm an open heart and all that jazz, but I don't really love crying on camera, if I'm being real honest. I like crying in my car and in my ayahuasca circle, you know? And all I got to say is ayahuasca is the shit. I love it. I love it. I found my medicine. It is a true healer. And I can't wait till next week to tell you all about it. But right now we have on my boy Handren Seavey. He's funny as fuck. And his special just came out. We provide all links. Check him out. Good dude, family man. Respect that. And tour dates coming. I'm coming to Canada, baby. Vancouver, followed by Chicago, Nashville, Memphis, New York City for a couple spots, followed by headlining in Levittown, New York. That's Long Island. And then Boston, Edmonton, Batavia, Illinois, Cleveland, Ohio, Yuma, Arizona. Go to my website. And we're doing shout out to small businesses. My sister is in her new location in Hermosa Beach. If you like holistic healing and Ayurvedic and Shirodara and all that stuff, as well as holistic chemical-free facials. You don't want cancer in your face, you go to my sister. You want cancer, you go to those other motherfuckers. No cussing, Craig. But yeah, my sister's shop is right in Hermosa Beach, right near Pier Avenue, right by Trader Joe's Hermosa. Full circle, baby. Always goes back to that place. And yeah, so that's awesome. We are, you know, we're building up. We don't tear down here. Remember that. And I advise you to do the same. It's very easy. It's free. It's free to help people. Isn't that crazy? And yeah, so I can't wait to tell you all about ayahuasca, but you gotta wait a week, suckers. Ooh, I don't know why I did that. I love you all. Come to a show. Peace and blessings to you and all yours. Yeah, I'm turning into that guy. It's a better guy. It's a better way than kill them all. Isn't it? Peace, love, unity. It's a little boring though. I tell you what. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I love you all. Check out my sister's business if you're in South Bay, Los Angeles, Hermosa Beach. I don't know if we'll provide something. Just hit me up. Hit me up. And yeah, tune in. Check out my boy's special. I love you all. Tune in.
That's good, Pop. That's good on the mic.
Papa like it's hot. Papa's like it's hot. What happened there, Craig? Oh, this is gonna be a long one. I can't even say Papa like it hot. Okay, we rolling?
Yeah.
All right, we're ready to rock, doggy. What's up? You got a little vest on? You crazy, but oh, you can put it here, bro.
Okay. I didn't know if you didn't want any unendorsed sponsors of the show.
Oh, beer, you old booze bag. Reminded me of my father. Yeah.
Yeah. This is my whole. This is where I keep all my stuff. You know, knives, razor blades.
What kind of knife you got?
I don't. It's actually in the car.
Okay.
I got a few knives. I usually have a folding one on me. I got a couple straight blades, but the laws in LA for knives are weird.
Yeah, I started. You know, I've been carrying a knife with me my whole life, just kind of out of fear and protection, and I like knives and weapons. But I've lost a couple recently, and it hurt because they're expensive.
Yeah.
And also, everyone's scared of them, so I started taking a tactical pin. So it's got a glass breaker.
Yep.
Go through some ribs if someone attacks you. It's write a joke, write a script.
I used to have a nice
draw a flower and kill a man. It's fantastic.
Yeah, telescoping. What do they call it? Nightsticks. I used to have one of those.
Yeah.
I forgot at the Echo one time. I tried to go in, and they're like, "You have any weapons?" And I was like, "Oh shit, I have that on me." And I was like, "No, not at all." Tried to put it as my dick. And they patted me down, and they're like, "What's that?" And I was like, all right, you got me."
Yeah, they're dicks. It's like, no, it's self-defense.
Yeah, you think I'm going to slip this out during a concert and start beating people with it?
Unfortunately, there are some psychos out there that ruin weapons for good folk.
The only thing that's going to stop a bad guy with a nightstick is a good guy with a nightstick.
It is true. It is true.
They got mad at the Comedy Store one time. I had a knife on stage for roast battle. I had a big, what are those called? The poncho on, and I flipped it open like this, and I was shirtless, and I had a big knife on my belt.
Yeah.
And security almost stopped the show and took me off stage because they were like, "What the fuck is he thinking?"
Oh God, he's a comedian. We're allowed to have him. It's
It was
audience.
a bit. It was a bit.
They used to have a sword on stage when Kill Tony first started at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
Different times.
Also, he was no threat to lift that thing.
No, he. Yeah, I also that too. The metal detectors. They shout out to the Comedy Store for having good security. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But let comedians have weapons. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that is good. They metal detect motherfuckers because it's scary out there. Fucking crazy bastards. Let's have just a little less psychopaths, please. That's okay. I think we can all agree to that.
Do you think the density of psychopath is higher in this area than other parts of the country?
I think absolutely in all major city centers, yes. Just because there's more volume, it's just gonna happen. But yeah, there's some psycho in the woods. Haven't you seen Deliverance? It gets scary out there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm more scared in the woods than I am in the city. I know it's ass backwards, but like there's nobody here. In the city, I scream, everybody hears. Nobody cares,
Yeah.
but they hear. In the woods, what's the owl gonna do? You'd be like, whoa.
I'll say there's nothing more terrifying than hearing a solo scream in the woods.
Yeah,
And you're just like, I'm not going to help you.
no, I'm gonna crawl in a ball and hide. Oh my God, why are the woods so scary?
I grew up in the woods. I love the woods. It's the cities for me is way
I grew up in the city, and that's not
way
scary.
weirder place.
I grew up in I see a man with a machete. I'm like, I'll walk on the other side. In the woods, I'm like, I'm scared of the trees. What do you?
Yeah, I'm so completely relaxed walking through the woods, even in the middle of the night. I know what all the noises are and shit. But here, I am so on alert, head on a swivel, just like on all the time.
Yeah, it's a little crazy out there. It's a little crazy. I try to be positive, but you go visit the city and you're just like, oh God. Oh God. No, there's no God there. That's what it is. It's all fucking hell. Yeah, downtown LA is a scary place. People who visit it, I'm just like, ooh.
You get asked to do shows there, and you're like, what corner? Where is it?
Yeah. Yeah. I started hitting the road like a son of a bitch, which is very tiring, but it's a blessing in the sense that, like, spots in town, I'm like, nah.
You're just doing the store and the improv when you're in town.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to only do comedy clubs. Because every time I do, like, a weird one, I get it now. I get why. It's just something that it changes. You grow up. Or I don't know. You graduate, but it does change. You're just like, I'll still do, for sure, weird shows, but it's like, I guess what I'm trying to say, quality control.
Yeah. It's also, this is now way more for you, me doing your show, than it is for me needing to get stage time. Like for you. Like you can get stage time. You're not hurting for stage time. So you going and doing somebody's show is just like, I could have just done a set at the store or something.
Yeah. It's
So whenever they ask you, just give them to me. Just
Handren,
give all of those shows.
I'm still a microphone junkie, dog. But it is a beautiful thing to have standards now.
Yeah.
Because there was no standards for 8-9 years, and it's you're just like, ooh, no, thank you. I'm good on your hamburger helper. I got filet mignon over here. That's like the improv's filet mignon, and these fools are serving hamburger helper. Not always, though. Don't Tell has great shows. All sorts of motherfuckers.
Yeah, those ones are fun where it's like, it's in a weird place, but also it's like a yoga studio. And
you're like, how did I have so much fun at a CrossFit gym performing stand-up? They have a really good business model.
Because
good
CrossFit are Republicans, and they're more fun to...
Yeah.
Way more fun
Say
to...
what you want. No, we're going to believe that. It's scary. It's not... You know what time it is. It's only scary. You can say whatever you want, out of fun and love and kindness, poking fun. But it's scary in the sense that they'll fucking shadow ban you or flag you, and then you can always say it, but you can be punished for it.
Yeah.
Which equals money in this system, which equals food and sustenance, which equals you censoring your fucking self.
Self-censor. At least the
like,
fucking people self-censor, and
you're just like, oh God.
It's weird they do that on like, for like clips and shit on Instagram where you go, this used to be the internet and that was the place you went for just saying swears. And now they just demote the views you'll get if it's too many fucks in it. And so people are doing it themselves, censoring just so they can get the views. So they didn't even have to set like a, we're going to ban you, but they're just like, we're not going to show them to anybody.
Yeah. No, I think of Sam Tripoli a lot because this motherfucker goes off. And
Man, they're coming after us!
Yeah. And he'll get shadow banned and deleted. But then people will clip up him and post it and go viral and make money off him.
Yeah, happens every time.
It's so fucked up. I'm sorry. You Sam, I know I love you. It's
That's why I named my kids Shadow and Ban.
He did, right? No.
That's Ghost and Ninja.
That's so funny. But how funny is that to where he'll get deleted, but somebody else makes money off his words? That's so fucked up. That's so funny. He's like, there's this one account that posts me every other day, and they make so much money off me, and I can't. They delete my same clip. They delete, and I seen it happen to the poor bastard.
You know, I shout out to Sam too. He is one of the nicest and most helpful people in the comedy scene.
Absolutely, 100%.
Gives more people opportunities on shows that he has at the Comedy Store than anybody else I've ever seen at his level.
It's true. That motherfucker gave me my first paid spot. He gave me a guest spot in Vegas. He put me up at a Flappers when I never had done, I was only doing open mics, and it was his headlining night. He gave me, he's the man. That
put me on the main room first time.
Yeah.
On Comedy Chaos.
Oh, this fool's the fucking man, bro. He sees hustlers. He respects it. And it's just, it's a fucking brutal, hard business. So we're all funny. It's just different levels of success, but that doesn't mean anything about you're funny. And it shout out to him for reaching out to Olive Branch and picking motherfuckers up and building, because not everybody does that.
Yeah,
a lot of tear downers out there. We're builders.
A lot of tear down, a lot of solo buildings.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, we all can build together. It's so much easier to help one another. It's fucking insane. Excuse me. What else, man? What are you doing for 4th? You got a family. Good for you. I know that was a lot of questions. I'm all over the place.
I think it was just 2.
You're all over the place.
It was 2 questions. I think I can handle them.
No, we'll stick with the 4th, then we'll get to the family stuff.
I'm going to spend it with the family.
Oh, bullshit. This guy. No, that's phenomenal, bro.
No, we're going to the beach. We're meeting some other friends at the beach. Lucky that we got friends who have kids around the same age, and so we're able to make them friends rather than have to become friends with whatever parents of my kid meets. Sorry. I do it every time.
What the fuck was that? Did you say in a burp?
It's how I burp. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure you can help it. Try saying love or peace. This guy over here, he's got a family. Fucking.
But yeah, we're going down to Santa Monica Beach. But now seeing it down here, I think we should convince them to come down here.
I would tell you to come down here, but they canceled the fucking fireworks show. I saw it on the little thing. And they said drone show. Fuck your drone show. Oh. Fuck your AI.
You mean slingshot night? I would bring a slingshot to a fucking drone show. They got rid of the
fireworks and they have a drone show. This world, I feel like my father. This world's gone to hell in a handbasket. What the fuck? There's a fireworks show here every year. Every year. I think 2 of them, because the pier did one and the rich lady did one on a barge. So you got pop, plus Santa Monica, plus Long Beach. Drone show. Fuck your drone show.
Roman candles, take out the drones.
I got some.
Nice.
We'll go to war.
How weird is it though that we got the fucking fireworks from the Chinese, and now they're trying to replace their own thing with their drones?
Yeah. Did they make drones? They make
I
everything.
assume,
Yeah.
it's plastic.
But we made the choice to get rid of fireworks. I saw that and it just made me go, I'll show you.
I would be like, drone show.
You can't blow shit up here. Oh, you get arrested. Trust me. Yeah, you just go to the hood though, and it's a war zone. It's fantastic. Fantastic.
Oh, dude, 2020, 4th of July, when they canceled all of the, city fireworks, was probably the best 4th of July this city has ever seen.
And that corrupt rat bitch, Newsom, said, stay inside. And we said, suck my dick dipped in shit, bitch. I'm going outside.
I drove to a rooftop in Koreatown. We were driving down the 10. It was like Fallujah. It just everywhere, shooting over you as you're going down the 10, and then we're on the rooftop, and it was
fucking great.
A war zone.
If you want the best fireworks show in the world, drive down the 110 on the 4th of July at night. Go all up through that. Go through Inglewood, all that shit. It's just, they're just mortars going over the freeway. It's the best show ever. You're like, oh, that was close. It feels
Don't
so
stop.
good.
Do not stop. You got to just keep going.
Yeah, it's fun.
My brother used to have a theory: if you go fast enough, you never have to stop.
That's true, but the police go pretty fast too.
Got to go faster than them right off the
My cousin beat them in a high-speed police chase.
Nice.
He went the wrong way on the freeway, and they have to back off when it gets too dangerous. Isn't that crazy?
I was watching one the other day where they made it from Inland Empire to the PCH in Malibu, and the cops, they're like, when they got to Malibu, they're like, it's Ventura. We'll see if we can get them to pick them up when they get. They just,
there you go, gangsters.
They just let off of them.
Go to Malibu.
Yeah.
And hope there's no traffic. Also, yeah, what are they after you for? You know?
Well, he had stolen a car from the Inland Empire. They're like, we've wasted enough resources on this one already. We'll call this off.
Yeah, just let them go. God, that's so funny. God, I'm so peaceful right now. I'm just tired.
Like, can you imagine if they're like, they stole the Chrysler LeBaron from Covina. Get the helicopter. And they're like, helicopter?
For a LeBaron. For a LeBaron. How about we just give you the $1,500 it's worth? Because the gas on the helicopter's 3G. Daddy didn't buy you a LeBaron. Tom Green is so fucking funny. I'm the backwards man. I can walk backwards fast as you can. Nobody? All right, Freddie got fingered.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? You got any illegal fireworks?
I mean, right now, no. I was a big fireworks kid, though, but we had to go to New Hampshire to get them.
Yeah.
I grew up in Maine, and New Hampshire, it was live free or die. 30 minutes away, you go load up all you want and just bring them back across the border.
Yeah, it's great. You go to Vegas and the Pahrump, but it's, about 5 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a stash. I need the little ones for the niños though. We got to get some sparklers because all I got are Roman candles, and they're 5. I'll still give it to them. Hey, your mom's
snakes.
gone. Here you go.
Snakes are good for the little kids too.
Yeah, those are fun.
But we used to do M80s, quarter sticks, blow up trees with them.
They got rid of all that shit.
Yeah,
That's actually
for the better for kids, but I want them.
Yeah. How about M80s for the adults? And if they lose their fingers, that's on them. They're full grown. For the niños, I agree. I didn't need that.
If your worry is that people are too stupid to have fireworks, you should be giving those people fireworks.
Yeah. Thin the herd.
Yeah. Thin their fucking digits.
Oh my God, I can't believe I've been burned, but it never, no scars.
I've had the wick too short. Light it, go to throw it, and then right about here explodes in your hand.
Yeah. I've had firecrackers blow up in my hand. Thank God no M80s. I've had a mortar shoot me in the face, but it bounced off or something. I've shot mortars off my head. I'm not proud of it. I was drunk and on cocaine or whatever. It was a long decade. I don't know what happened, guys. My point is, don't do that. But, go have some fun. Put it on the cement. You can't, you hurt the cement. It's better than your head and hands and face.
Roman candle wars used to do that.
Oh, yeah. Close your eyes, kids.
Yeah.
Close your eyes. Yeah, I got hit in the head with one and it exploded, and it felt like somebody punched me. But, that's so dangerous and dumb. But it was so fun.
Yeah.
It was so fun. I want to do it again.
I have no idea how I survived my teenage years doing shit like that. Also, the amount of drunk driving in the woods that I just fucking skated away from all of it. Never.
I mean, at least there's no traffic. You only kill yourself and not an innocent bystander.
Yeah,
you know?
no, yeah.
There's that.
Take out a good old growth oak, maybe, but
Yeah, I remember doing drive-bys with mortars. Like we'd get my buddy's truck and put the tube on our chest and just shoot them off. We'd light it, ready, boom, and just laugh, drunk, shit-faced, 15-year-olds. It was the 90s, man. It was different.
we used to drive down lone, empty country roads and with eggs, and when you pass by a car at like 55, you just lob it out the window and just boom right off of their fucking windshield.
That's so.
It's so destructive
It's
and
so fucked up, but I did it too. I get it, man.
And I would imagine so alarming to that person that to be going 55, 60 and just splat all of a sudden. I'm so surprised none of them spun out and crashed.
They're just like, that was the biggest bird shit ever. What is there, an ostrich up
One
there?
dude whipped around and followed us.
I would too. I'd fucking kill you.
And we were just like, I got a full tank of gas. He followed us for a good hour and a half. We're fucking driving. We're just drive. Let's go. All right.
Guy was the fucking chupacabra, bro. Jeepers creepers. I don't know why I said that, but it reminded me because he follows them on the highway in the woods.
Never seen it.
Me neither, but I seen that commercial. That's all you need for that movie. Oh, it's scary. Yeah, it's good. I'm good.
Do you not like scary movies too?
Mm-mm.
Fuck scary movies. Why do you
traumatized.
want to feel that way?
I don't. No,
Why
thank
would
you.
Anybody want to be like, you know what I want to do for the next hour and a half? Feel unsafe.
And be crippled inside and have it haunt me for 1 to 3 weeks afterwards.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Hills have highs. No, thank you.
A fortnight of fear.
I don't need that in my life. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, I know there's sickos out there. No, thank you. I'm done with this shit.
You know what I like? That Thing You Do.
Okay, that's too far, bro. Now that's a horror movie. Fucking you. Yeah, put on
that
Goonies.
thing
How about a
you
happy
do.
medium?
Okay, that's good too. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a. That's fun. That's fun adventure.
Yeah.
That's as scary as I go. One-eyed Willie. Oh, he's scary. God, what happened? I agree though. Like, why torture yourself? I used to watch all those murder mysteries and Dateline or whatever the fucks and Google serial killers, and then guess what? I had nightmares about being murdered.
I watched what is that one? Unsolved Mysteries. I would be like 5 or 6 years old because I just had older brothers and we'd all be watching it. I'd be like, yeah, this is what we like to watch. Terrified every night. I was like, you're telling me all this shit is unsolved. Those people are still out there.
Yeah, I remember that show. I watched Terrified, X-Files, 8, 9, watching this shit. This shit's scary. That shit's still scary now.
X-Files was a little over my head. It was a little too talky. I was like, I fucking lost interest when you like didn't show the alien's face and describe the political situation that it would take in for. I was like, oh.
Dude, I remember just being terrified of that show. Like the Bumpuses. I remember that inbred family that was like killing fools. Oh, I saw it when I was like 8. It still never left my mind. I can't even watch it again. Me and my cousin Lisa were just like, oh. It came on Friday nights. My mom and aunt would be partying with tea and cookies. That's how they party.
Were those two people?
No, they'd have little card games with their ladies.
Oh, I thought they were hanging out with people named Tea and Cookies.
No, yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, that shit was terrifying. Fuck all that shit. I'm done with it.
How old are you?
I'm 39.
All right, I'll be 39 in December. Yeah, so we're same exact era of TV.
Yeah, it was a good era. That shit changed. It's all corny. You got to go to HBO. Back in the day, TV, I don't know. They had a George Carlin show. Norm Macdonald show. What's it? Big Bang thing.
Yeah. You know, I remember our bland TV shows were even good. Mad About You was
Yeah, it was Paul Reiser, Helen Hunt.
Bland TV show, and it was still way better than Big Bang Theory or
No, it was. Like the misses.
How I Met Your Mother.
News radio was
radio's great.
Great show and a hit show, but at the time it was a miss because it competed against Frasier and Seinfeld.
Yeah.
You can't, you know what I mean? It's like being Scottie Pippen next to Jordan. You're like, tough break, my guy.
Yeah, you're going against Jews and gays. You're never going to win.
That's so funny. Which one's gay? Seinfeld?
No, both of them.
Frasier's nuts. I love that fool.
He actually, as a person, and now I go, fucking go off, Frasier. You're just
Yeah, he's
out
on
there.
that cocaine. He's like, it's fine. And we're like, is it Frasier? You had quite the problem.
He's
in
got
the
a
80s.
crazy wife on one of those fucking hot wife, used to be hot wives shows.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I forget which one it is, but she's one of the housewives, and occasionally he's on. He's just like, I don't need this for my career.
That's so funny. Turn that off.
Yeah,
I don't want to be in this shitty show. God.
I was beast.
That's how you know the devil's real, because there's real housewives of OC, you know. That's the devil.
What a just entitled move to be like successful women and like have done nothing and gone like, honey, we need a show about me and my friends. And you're like, who's gonna?
And drinking too much wine.
Yeah.
And complaining about shit that doesn't matter that people would beg for in third world countries.
We should give them to third world countries.
My Louboutin's got a skid mark on it. Oh boy. My $3,000 pump. What a crock of shit.
What's the most you'd pay for shoes?
Vans, homie. $60.
Nice.
Maybe 90 if they're weatherproof.
Those aren't 60. Those are 110.
No, these were at an outlet.
Oh, nice.
I got them cheaper than regular. They're discontinued.
Yeah.
These are dope. Yeah, I'm not a big. I like a good product, but like I'll blow it on like a wool Pendleton blanket. But you could use it, you know, like me blowing money is on like a Dyson vacuum that I use every fucking day of my life.
Yeah.
I just don't blow it. Maybe a little poquito gold, but hey.
With shoes,
When
the
dollar
idea
collapses, eh?
Oh yeah. I mean, and also that's for the Lord.
Yeah.
I have been thinking about buying gold lately.
I know,
Just
right?
storing it away.
God, what is happening?
They're trying to get us on the CBDC. Not gonna happen, Biden. Okay, sorry.
Sorry, we'll go.
Got me.
Wake up,
Got me
everybody.
off. Got me off my game. My bad. I don't like the idea of worrying about my shoes being dirty or breaking them in. I like good shoes. I'm mostly Vans. I got the what are these? The Jamie Foys, the New Balance. Also, New Balance main company. So big.
Oh, you're from Maine.
Big sport. Yeah.
I got family back there, back east.
Oh,
Cape
yeah.
Cod.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's down there in Massachusetts. Them Flatlanders.
Yeah, my dad was from Boston. He moved here when he
What
was
was
12.
that accent that you said?
I don't know. I get them all wrong. Yeah. Fucking car park.
Fucking Boston.
My Nana had a thick accent till the day she died.
Craigie.
No, not that one.
Hey, Craig.
I can't do
Which
a Boston accent. I'm so bad at accents, bro. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just growl. It's hello, governor.
Yeah, that was it. The 1870s Boston accent.
I forgot. This guy. That's so funny. You brought a beer in your vest. That's the funniest shit ever. I got no weed right now. Fuck.
Are you on it or off it right now?
Trying to be off it.
Yeah.
The only way I can is if I run out for a day or two.
Nice.
And I can't have it in the home. It's like sweets.
Yeah.
Try not eating sweets with sweets in the house. Good luck. But when they're not in there, you could do it.
I've been on the dad vape. New dad. It's right now. You want one?
No.
All about the vapes nowadays, though, to keep the stench away.
Yeah, it's super convenient.
If it was out when I was in high school, if they had vapes,
Trouble.
I would have been fucking high as fuck.
I'd have quit the vapes because that accessibility. I told this story a million times. I was hitting it at the airport and blowing it in the toilet. I'm like, what are you doing,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
psycho? I ain't got a problem.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. That's completely
Yes. Yes, there is. Jeopardizing my whole career being on no-fly zone, having to drive to every fucking gig because I needed to hit. Get the fuck out of here. It's insanity is what that is. But yeah. The vape is a problem in that sense, to where you can hit it in front of a kid or a church or the airport. It's what, nothing to see here, folks.
No.
But a joint is another story, you know.
Oh, the second you light that, it's
Yeah,
like a
it's
stink bomb that went off. Yeah.
And the Pope's like, "What is that? That doesn't smell like frankincense."
I'll roll spliffs, and still weed
Overpowers.
permeates the tobacco.
You like spliffs? I always hated that. Separate.
Oh no, I like doing them together.
What kind of tobacco? You roll your own shit. That's fantastic.
Bugler. I will get Bugler.
But that's
for
like
spliffs.
no William Morris chemical cancer. Is
Yeah,
it
no,
pure?
just straight shredded tobacco.
I'm learning that tobacco's fucking fine, and it's them and the devils that put all the poison in it, and then it gives us lung cancer and all sorts of shit.
I have no proof of this too, but I don't think a filter is better. How is sucking it through plastic? How could that make it better?
How about organic cotton instead of shards of microplastics?
Yeah, or just nothing. It seems like I feel like
a filter is good, but maybe not of toxic chemicals that
right.
Maybe no asbestos. I'm pretty sure that was in the ingredients list back in the day. I don't know if it's been taken out or not. But when I remember reading that ingredients list, even a long time ago, before I tried to become all holistic and clean, and you just read it, you're like, you put fiberglass in there?
Yeah.
You're like, guys, I'm pretty sure
So close to the lips.
fiberglass and inhalation. Call me crazy. That sounds bad.
Yeah, like I put in insulation in a house, and you got to wear a thing over your face so you don't suck in fiberglass.
But they want you to go,
There you go.
take those shards to the throat.
And take it all the way down so it starts to melt the fiberglass a little bit too. That last one.
Oh yeah. I've done all that. Oh. Yeah, in indigenous tribes, tobacco is known as the protector of the land, and it's done in ceremonies and all sorts of shit. And it's grown naturally and organically, but then we do what we do. Put fiberglass, asbestos, nicotine, all sorts of shit. And I'm even learning that nicotine not even is necessarily bad for you.
It's actually very good for you.
It's just the volumes and the toxic synthetic versions of it.
Yeah, how we're taking it in. If you could just take like a nicotine pill, it's just makes your mind work better. It's a little stimulant.
It's fucking insane, bro. I just found out that dandelion green ain't even a weed. It's a flower, and you can eat it, and we spray it with glyphosate that gives us cancer and kills us. It's fucking, everything is upside down. It's like, kill it. No, eat it. Yep. It's a detoxifier.
No, don't eat that. Eat the thing we got for you.
Yeah. Eat the pill. That gives you a side effect. And then eat the other pill.
Sorry. Did the pill did it make you sick? Well, don't worry.
We got another pill. Hey, we got another one. Oh. Yeah, my Nana was on ungodly amounts of pills. That shit was crazy.
She party?
Yeah, she did. Yeah. No, those weren't the pills. She partied with the hooch. They said she would drink until she passed out to like 70. At the parties. I was a kid. I don't remember. But yeah, and they're like, Nana's passed out again. That's wild.
My grandmother was apparently an alcoholic, but got sober before I came along, so I never knew her.
Yeah.
Never knew her as that. My dad would always be like, yeah, her and my stepdad, they beat me, and they were terrible. I ended up leaving the house, and I'm like, fucking Grammy? Like, what are you talking about? She made me this knit hat I'm wearing.
She made me a casserole.
She's the one crocheting right over there,
Yeah.
doilies? Okay, sure.
Yeah. Shit, that's good on her for changing. Yeah, God, that's wild. That OG generations, they're so nuts. I love that shit, though. Just no nonsense. They let you know. I told you many stories about Nana. She would steal silverware and pictures, and we were like, she would break into our house, get locked in the garage, break out the window. She's like 85, bro.
Nice.
Breaking glass, escaping.
I love that, because the idea that you'd slow down as you get older, I don't like that. So when you meet an old person and you're like, I got arrested last week, and you're like, fuck yeah, you did, dude.
Get it, Nana. She had a lead foot, and she would speed, and we would see her like bolt.
I thought you meant like diabetes. She got
No.
fucking.
She would run red lights. She drove through hospital parking lot arms and would take off and just fucking. She's involved in several hit and runs and just the insurance would call her and everything. Like everything we try to get her to stop. You got to stop drinking. I'd rather die. We're going to take your car. I'd rather die. She was just nuts. I respected the tenacity.
I imagine when you go, I'm probably gonna die in a year or two anyway. I'll go all in anytime somebody challenges me.
You're like, fuck it. And I told this story before, but it's so funny. It's worth retelling again. I was a little kid, and she went in the bank. She left me in her car with it running, and it was like a 70s Dodge Dart. It was just a tanker. And I'm on sugar, and I'm a kid, and I've always been a knucklehead. So I get behind the wheel, and I put it. Love. Oh no, there it is. You sick bastard.
That was for you, buddy.
And then I just crash it into a brick wall and a tree, and everyone surrounds me, and I'm scared. You know, I was like, I knew I wasn't supposed to do that. And Nana runs over and she gets in the car. She's like, don't tell anybody about this. And we took off.
Oh, yeah.
And then I never did. And it wasn't until like 2 years ago, you know, like you're like, oh, wait, like that happened, huh? Yeah, it did. And then I told my family and I was like, did I ever tell you guys this? And like, no.
You're like, and she never did either. Fuck yeah, Grandma.
Ain't no snitches in here unless it's on the government poisoning us and then snitch away.
Snitches get stitches from crochet needles.
Yeah. That shit's so funny. What the fuck, you know? Imagine just seeing a 5-year-old driving a car. It's fucking... Can't even see over the wheel. Just like I went backwards. I was trying to go forwards. I also tried to hit the brake and I hit the gas. That I remember. And I remember going, uh-oh. Boom, boom.
No,
crash,
I know
crash.
how to stop that. Have you ever had this sensation where you pull into a parking spot and you're stopped, but the car next to you starts to back out, but you think it's you rolling again, and you're slamming on the brakes, cannot figure out why you cannot
you're just
stop
like,
the car.
Yeah, that shit trips me out.
Yeah, that as a little kid, that's exactly how I feel. Like you just hit the gas and you're like, it's rolling out. I don't know.
Bro, it was on Torrance Boulevard at Home Savings of America. They changed it into a Washington Mutual, and now it is a Wells Fargo.
Mm-hmm.
Torrance and Sartori right there. We used to go to the bottle shop liquor store and get Coors with my father and licorice. Me and my sister eat licorice. Then we go to the Moose Lodge in the American Legion and watch Daddy drink.
Coors Light, the American beer.
Dude, he wasn't a light guy. He did Coors Original.
Coors
Banquet of beers.
Yeah, Coors Banquet.
He liked Bush. Probably both. Bush beer and Coors and Keystone. Ugh. Then he switched to MGD. Hey, father, get a good beer.
Miller Genuine Draft.
Miller Genuine Draft is disgusting.
Yeah. No, you got to go Miller Lite.
That's delicious.
Yeah.
I missed that one. I remember that one.
Those glass bottles, if it is 50 degrees or colder, you can just tip them upside down, and the whole thing will just go down your throat.
What? Why does the temperature matter?
It's the temperature with that shaped bottle. It just works perfectly. Like if they're just cold enough in that shaped bottle, it'll just every time it just.
I don't think it has to be 50 degrees.
No, trust me.
Okay, all right.
Fucking figured this one out. If it's too warm, you tip it right up. It gets all foamy, and but if it's cold and crisp, you just 12 ounce of those. You can suck those right down.
Yeah.
It's the adult version of the wax bottles they used to give you as a kid.
Oh, I remember those. Those are great.
They were just teaching you how to
chewing on paraffin wax. That can't be good. What the fuck? You know you swallowed some. There's just wax in your tummy. Just what the fuck is that shit made out of?
There's probably some leftover from something they used for World War II, and they're like, we don't want to give up on this industry.
We're done using it in the war. Let's poison the children. Remember that shit? Squeeze goo, like in that tube.
Yo, yeah, Go-Gurt.
Oh no, not Go-Gurt. That's now.
Oh,
the tube.
Yeah,
like in the can. Oh, I used to buy all this shit. The thought of it makes me sick now. What's in it? just goo, just syrup, goo, sugar.
That dip.
Fun dip
Where you have the sugar stick
with sugar
to spoon in sugar.
Fuck. Pixie stick, the giant one. Remember the giant one? The 3-foot long sugar tube.
That's how we all learned how to snort drugs.
Oh fuck. Well, they're trying to kill us.
They gave us pixie sticks to snort, the fake cigarettes to puff, and fucking the bottles to rip off like they were duty-free bottles. They taught us how to be drug addicts. It's your fault, Big Sugar.
It's your fault. It's your fault, Hasbro. Wonka. Huh?
Daisy.
I remember...
Isn't that a sugar company?
I don't know. Lockheed Halliburton. BlackRock. Vanguard. I remember in grade school, some kids got sent to the principal's office because they were sniffing Lucas. They were sniffing that salt citric acid shit as cocaine as a 10-year-old. And the cops came and everything. I don't think I was involved in that one, but I got sent to the principal for selling the hooker flyers. That I remember that one.
Selling hooker flyers?
Yeah, in 2nd grade, bro. I was like 7 or 8.
Nice.
That's a funny one.
See, I was not. I just would have wanted to be liked so much I would have given away for free.
50 cents.
I would not have had the
3
fucking
for
mindset.
$1. You
I just
horny,
would've been
you
like,
need a deal.
This would make me friends. I'll give them out. You're.
I'm an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
homie. No, it was, I don't know. I just always wanted to make money, and that was an angle. I was like, wait, everybody needs these. I remember getting in a fight at dodgeball, and there was like this big brawl with all these 7-year-olds. And then I just remember, even then I was a cheap shot. I didn't want to lose. I remember just sticking my fingers in some kid's eye.
Nice.
I just went, nah. I can't fight. I'm gonna survive. What do you want from me?
I don't think you could take on 7-year-olds now.
I don't. I can't. But I'll yeah. You want to go blind, kid? I remember. What a bastard. Just fucking kids up. Just cheap shotting them.
I punched a kid off a bike, like a 15-year-old, probably 6 years ago. It was like 2 a.m, and he came up on. I was walking with my wife, and it was like a group of them, and he came riding up right behind me, and he just got. I didn't know what he was gonna do, so right when he got there, I just let go of her hand, turned around, punched him in the chest off his bike.
Was he like coming to say hi?
No.
Oh, it was in the
They were
ferry.
trying to fuck with it. We had walked by, and they said, do you have a paper we could have? And I looked over, and they're like 14, 15-year-olds, and I was rolling a spliff as they asked that, and I just went, no, and I fucking kept rolling it,
Yeah.
and then they started yelling at me, and then one on the bike came riding right up, and I was like, too close, man.
Yeah.
Too close. You're going to find out what happens when you get too close to somebody at 2 a.m.
Yeah, you know, it's fear-based, but also defend yourself. I'm a huge fan of that, and it's funny because it's true. It's like space, boundaries. Get the fuck back.
And I was like, I'm going to punch him in the chest, hit him off the bike. I don't want to hurt this kid, try and knock him out or anything, but just show him that, like, the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah.
Rolling up on somebody like that.
I've said this before. I've said it again. Being knocked out is the most humbling experience ever. I've learned more from being knocked out than, you know.
You learn more in that moment where you go, what? What happened?
Actually, it was on my tea bag, and let me see if I can remember it. I saved it because it's so funny, and it's how I learned too. It said, you know, the little messages on yogi tea and shit,
Yeah.
you drink tea. It said,
No, but I've heard it.
it's
a
good
thing.
tea. It's good tea. Ginger tea. Fantastic. But it said a prick from a thorn is more valuable than 1,000 warnings from the wood. I mean, you know, like the woods.
Oh, yeah.
I fucked it up, but you catch the drift.
Yeah.
It's that one prick. You're like, okay, hey, I learned. Because it's just true. We're stubborn species. Takes a fucking lot. Look at the way of the world.
The amount of times I've grabbed electric fences, being like, no. Oh, God.
Damn, we don't have those over here. We just have gangsters. Yeah, that's so funny. I've never grabbed an electric fence, but I already, after you said that, my head went, I want to try it.
Yeah.
That's how, what?
Well, you know,
Why do you want to try this?
because you can
'Cause I'm
grab them.
curious.
You can, if you jump and grab it, you won't get electrocuted, but you'll feel the electricity go through you. It's only when you're grounded that you get electrocuted. So you try and time it right. So you jump up because it pulses through and you hear it on the fence. It goes like tick, tick. And it's this pulse of electricity shooting through. So if you jump up and grab it and you're not touching the ground, you'll feel that pulse go through, but it won't zap you.
Oh my God, I've been electrocuted.
Let's go to Oxnard.
Let's get shocked. I remember being shit-faced with my buddy Travis, and we had a taser, and we were just tasing each other. But I think we're on.
We did
We're
the
on some shit that day.
dog collar
dog.
taser. You ever done one of those?
No, I'm good on all that stuff. I'm done with that. There's no need to tase yourself.
This wasn't last week. It was a kid.
You're like, I'm doing it tomorrow with the fam. We didn't
See
have
what
any
the baby can
fireworks. So
take.
we're just. How many kids you got?
One
Nice.
2-year-old.
I'm finally fucking ready. Let's go.
You're gonna be a great dad.
I will. I
Terrible
will.
husband, great dad.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'll agree with you. No, it's you hold that shit down. What it's sad I learned everything from TikTok, but the lessons are there. And I don't even remember who said it, but they just said name a man who's better off without his family. So you just hold that shit down.
O.J.
homie.
Simpson.
Yo, that's a dark one. I don't know about that. I think they're better off without him. Jesus.
Thanks to him, they got to find out.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just you just hear some truth. You just go, oh, that's true. You see these motherfuckers. They may get a new and improved wife, but they ain't got their family, and then they're just like half life, you know, half of them in them.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I was never feeling of I really want to be a dad. I was never against it, but I was never had that, like some people are just can't wait. My wife was very much like that, but now that I have a kid, I go, oh, it's the best thing, and I get it as even just as like a species thing. It gives you a feeling of immortality. You have I now exist beyond my lifetime.
Yeah.
Ideally. Yeah.
I obviously haven't done it yet, and I don't know, but I also know, like, I know you're right. I've heard enough of my knucklehead friends that you never thought they would change, and then I had to. You're like, oh, wow, good for you. You're not a tweaker anymore. You're a good father now. And it's true. It's just worth its weight. You know, you could tell. I know it's completely different, but even these fucking cats give me purpose, so I can imagine the amplified effect of that when it's my own.
Yeah. And also,
fucking seed.
when it is your own, you'll see how sad that was when you just said, oh, my cats gave me purpose.
I know, bro. I said I know. But I still love them, and they're still my everything.
They're great cats. They're cool cats.
They're still my everything.
We used to have, I grew up on a farm, and we had cats that would just show up, and we just have them, live them in the barn. We catch them and spam or neuter them, and they would just be barn cats. And then it wasn't until I was in my 20s that somebody was like, yeah, I remember we had to move apartments, so we just drove out to the country and let our cat go at a farm. And I was like, that's where all these fucking cats, because cats would just wander up to a barn, and you're like, how in the middle of the woods? Where's this cat coming from? And then come to find out, people are just dropping their fucking cats at your house.
That's so funny. Hey, it worked out. No rodents.
No, yeah, it totally kept. I mean, they lived a good life, but also, if you still had your nuts, your family abandons you, and you're like, oh, where am I going? And then you wander up on a barn, and you're like, I'm saved. And then there's just all these neutered, droning cats around there. You're like, wait, what is this place? And then they catch you and cut your nuts off too. And now you just have no will to leave there again.
Well, I never thought of it that way. It's pretty dark. It's pretty sad and dark. No, I'm the barn. Bring them here.
Yeah.
I'll take them. Ooh. No, I just love them. I just love cats.
We had plenty of indoor cats too. We had one named Bowie because it was all white, long hair after David Bowie. And we thought we lost her. She got caught in a fox trap. Was gone for 3 days, and then came back with just from here down dangling by one tendon, foot. And
Oh,
we
shit.
brought her into the vet. They amputated it, and she just had a nub there, and she ruled the roost with that nub for another like 15 years, just smacking other cats with the fucking nub.
Damn. I wish I could see that. You should have filmed it. Pa, 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 pa.
This was before cameras.
I know. Thank God for that. Imagine all the shit we did with Snapchat and Instagram. You catch a case by 16.
The one time this girl let 5 of us finger her on a rock when we were like 15. If we had phones, that would have been a court case. That would have been, we all would have filmed it, showed everybody at school.
5?
5 dudes, yeah. She was just like, and we weren't even like, she was like, yeah, you guys can all put your fingers in me and see what it's like.
I imagine that like a science experiment. Like
It was a bit like, my turn.
God, that's the weirdest shit ever. She was molested for sure, huh?
I mean, if not by us, that no.
No. That sounded pretty consensual. I meant before that.
It was absolutely something happened to her because it was odd. Like it was
odd for
almost,
you.
We didn't even ask. It was like you guys want to.
You're like, I mean, yeah, but this feels odd.
This is not how I thought
That's
my
not
first
a-
fingering was gonna go. I didn't think you were gonna be here, John.
God, first fingering. You like, look, go away, man.
Yeah, can you guys all
Can
turn
you
around?
Turn around. It's my first sexual experience, and you're hovering over me. Back off.
I can smell your breath.
God, that's so dark. The fuck is happening out there? I remember, yeah, just party shit, just high school shit, and just, you know, you go into the room, and you get your fingers wet, and you're like, that was great. I'm glad all my sexual experiences went like pretty normal. I think we'll find out as deeper and deeper I learn in the ayahuasca, and you visit parts of your childhood. You're like, oh fuck, oh no, what happened to me? But yeah, it was standard. It was like standard age, like 15, 16. Started exploring, and then it went there. And like some of these stories you hear, you're just like, oh god.
Yeah, I was 14 when I lost my virginity. It was
That's
probably
pretty
too
young.
soon. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I was 16. I was a junior in high school. I don't know how old you are.
Summer
then.
before freshman year, and I
I wanted to lose it then, but I didn't have any game, and I didn't know how, and I was scared. And I thought I had a small dick because I watched porn. I've told you that story before. I bought a penis pump. I did. I was so scared. I was like, and it's not a bit, but like you watch a foot long cock,
Yeah.
and you look down, and you're like, I ain't got that. You know?
I also assumed I was like, I'll get there. At like 14, I was like, yeah, I'll get there. Don't worry.
I had no reference because there was nobody showered. I didn't know how big everybody's dick was, and we were normal kids. We weren't showing each other. And then I just saw porn, and you see these monsters, and you're just like, oh no, I'm in trouble. And then you find out way later, you're like, okay, half a foot long, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine. Foot long, that's weird. That's weird.
And you also find out that like a lot of women, if it was a fucking that dick that big, would be like, oh god, like this is gonna be work. Like
No, I knew a girl that we were partying in Vegas, and she ditched me for some basketball players. Understandably, I get it. But they went to hook up, and the fool just had a monster, and she just laughed and went, "Oh no!" And he like was like, "Yeah, I understand." That probably happens to him all the time.
did that?
No,
Okay.
she would have welcomed it. We're gonna have to bleep that name. Yeah, but that's so crazy. It's just so funny. Yeah, there's like 2% of women that like that, and I'm scared of them.
Yeah.
Foot long. Get the
And they're usually not like like the women that I know that are like, I fucking love getting railed by big dicks are like smaller girls, dude. Or not smaller, but like they're not like, I need a big dick because I am a huge person.
yeah.
They're just like, somebody hurt me, and so now I do this. Or, you know, whatever they like it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but
It's up to you, ladies. You tell us. Right into the show. We'll be right back.
the psychology of liking huge weenies. Beckers. That's such a funny name. Peckerhead. Anyways, all right, off the big dick topic, Craig. What else we going to talk about? Carry my podcast for me, my friend.
I got a special out.
Oh, yeah, we're going to promote that for sure.
Yeah.
I forgot. Love. I forgot to plug your shit.
No, I don't care.
No, that's
But
the whole
dude,
point
go
of this.
watch it. It's called 11 Years XIYRS on YouTube.
We'll provide all links. They'll be in the bio. I see you hustling. I see you working. And that's what's up. That's just fucking, you know what time it is. This shit just never stops.
No.
Every level, you get to another level, you're like, oh, fuck, here we go. Another mountain to climb. And then behind that. So, yeah, my best advice to anyone, including myself, is enjoy the process.
Yeah.
Because it's all a process. And if you enjoy the process, then finally when you graduate over whatever mountain that is and you get to the next one, you're just like, oh, fuck. You know?
You are lucky because you started here. Now, that some people say that it's like a curse, or, you know, it's like it can go either way. It can be better to start in obscurity and come to a place when you're a little better. But for me, it was constantly there was another ladder, because I started in Maine and then went to Boston and then like would go to New York a bunch. And there was always like a higher place in a bigger club and a higher standard that you'd have to like reach up to. And moving to new places, you felt like the little person. So at least like when you started, you're like, I see the top of the ladder is in the place I'm at, and it becomes less intimidating. Where even 5 years ago when I moved here, I was intimidated by the fucking store and the improv and shit. And I'd been doing it 7-8 years. You know, I should have been more comfortable. But when you mature in other places and then have to start all over again and come to a new spot.
Yeah, it's for sure it's intimidating. It's a blessing and a curse. I would agree with everything you just said. It's way harder because you're in the Shark Tank with every big dog. As LA and New York are the meccas for all the big dogs in stand-up. And you're competing against them and every motherfucker trying to be them.
What was the worst set you think you did early on in front of the biggest person?
Oh, my God. I died a slow death hosting the lab in front of Donnell Rawlings and Tom Segura. And it haunted me for a long time. I was dying. I was bombing so hard that I said, fuck, I'm bombing in front of my heroes. And Donnell said, you got this, kid. And I was like, no, I don't, man. But he's seen me murder at the factory, so it's redeemable. But like that was, I felt like 2 years later.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
and
but I'm like, I told you I got it.
Yeah.
They also knew it was the lab because Rogan was doing Rogan and Friends in the main room. So all his friends were using because they didn't have the green room upstairs at that time. So they're using the lab as the green room because it was sparse. There was maybe 12 people in there. It was a near everybody on that show bombed, but they only saw me bomb. And there was some heavy hitters. It was just a dead room, and you could just hear the sold out main room and the 12 people in there probably couldn't get into that, so they're over here and they don't want to be in. You know, it was all shit, and I just ate it. And I was like, oh, God, I could see Segura back there. I fucking love that dude, you know? It was just humiliating.
That's a rough, yeah.
Yeah, bombing in front of your heroes.
Yeah, I had that in front of Steve Sweeney in Boston. I mean, not a hero, but I mean, like that.
Yeah.
In Boston, it was like, that was the biggest guy I had to worry about. Fucking Lenny Clark saw me tank it one time at Giggles.
But one thing about tanking it, if you stay in the pocket and you take it, you know.
Oh, there's respect for people. You go, oh, they know they're bombing and they don't give a shit, opposed to they're panicking.
Yes, exactly. If you see the guy's soul die on stage and he's nervous and he's sweating, then they're like, good, you ain't got it, kid. But if you take that bomb and you're like, I'm bombing, I'm taking it, then they're like, they tip your cap. It goes from like, ooh, I'll never work with you to like, good job, soldier. Because everybody's bomb.
I've heard of a person not getting, but they got that confirmed for a late night set when they bombed, and they thought they weren't going to get it, but the person who was booking it was like, I've seen you 3 other times. I know this stuff works. And then I saw you bomb and you didn't melt down. And that's a big factor when we're putting somebody on live TV is if it starts to not go well, you can't fucking fall apart on live TV.
Un momento, let me start over. Otra vez, Jimmy Fallon. Why did I just start speaking Spanish? I don't know.
See, you would probably do that on live TV and just fall apart.
Yeah, that's just... No, it's true, yeah. Because you know it's what they're saying is funny. If you've been in the game long enough, you're like, oh, that shit's funny as fuck. This audience just doesn't get it. We've seen that a lot.
Yeah. And I think it's the younger people that...
Peace.
You know, too many of them are gay. I think that's the... No. Pride Month. They're all great. No, it's over. Hey, we made it through Pride Month.
Gay. Happy Pride. Wait, no, I had a train of thought. I don't remember. Late night, farting around. Gone out the window.
Oh, was that a genuine fart or was that a mouth?
That was a mouth one.
Oh, that was good, dude.
My tummy is rumbling though, I ain't gonna lie. I drank my liquid IV, but it's powered by matcha and it always makes me go, uh-oh.
You like the matcha? My wife is on the matcha. I'm not a matcha man.
I'm a sugar fiend.
Matcha man.
I like matcha with sugar, but straight matcha, pure real shit, I'm like, ooh, it tastes like earth. No, but the liquid IV is caffeine is derived from matcha, and it's a bit more cerebral, more little less,
A little cleaner.
Yeah. And I'm addicted to that shit, and it gets me goosed.
See, the thing about the caffeine of the I love the it's this.
No,
why haven't they made something just
yeah, it's called meth, dog.
I heard that's
called Adderall. No, yeah, it's. No,
I
do that in the morning.
The other night.
You what?
I found a bag of meth the other night.
Oh no!
I've never done meth. I will not do it, but I still have it. I couldn't throw it away.
It's expensive.
It's like, what? I can't just throw this away. Somebody will want this. Somebody will do something with it.
Yeah, just put it on. Not that I'm condoning it, but just leave it on the street corner. And I promise you.
Oh yeah,
a schizo will get it. Oh, those poor schizo. They're all just drugged out. Just fucking roaming them streets.
There was a new study that said they asked homeless people why they were homeless, and it was like 80% of them said it was because they couldn't afford rent. So if you believe homeless people, that's why they're homeless.
No, I believe, unfortunately, that has probably a lot of truth in it now more than ever, but it's also choices they made. And
it's mental illness
and a rigged system that's corrupt and brutally hard. And I get it. I'm thriving. I still look at these systems and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like nothing needs to be this hard. It's so crazy.
I think that a few things could be harder for people because I see soft people succeeding and I don't.
What things?
These women are skating by nowadays. No, I think I was just making a point of. It was a weird study because they said this is the reason people are homeless. And you go, well, how did you find that out? And you go, because we asked them and that's what they said. But then you go, yeah, but like junkies lie. Like, of course they're not going to say like I was a piece of shit and I didn't pay my rent for 3 months because I was buying drugs and that's how I got kicked out.
No, it's every variable imaginable. Some of them are mentally ill. Some of them are drug addicts. Some of them are pieces of shit. Some of them are sweethearts that can't catch a break and they're caught up in a corrupt system of whatever the fuck,
I think people I really feel for, people who don't want to break the law, want to try and make it, but then things like you get 3 parking tickets and then you get a boot on your car and then they tow your car. And if you don't, it's almost like if you don't resort to breaking the law at that point, you're never going to get out of that. To try and fight back because they take your car, now you can't get to work and then you lose your job and you're just so far behind that any money you do get or make is already gone in expenses and that type of shit piling up on a poor person.
That's why I'm such a fan of trades and skills, because if you got the skills that pays the bills, is fucking, oh, well, you got fired as a mechanic, you go to the next one.
Yeah.
Or you say, hey, I'll fix your car. with $50. You just hustle. That's true security, is being secure with yourself and being fine with no matter what. Oh, well, I lost my job. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'll go make it any city, anywhere. I got my bag of tools. I got this. I always love vocational shit and carpentry and automotive and shit that used to be in all schools and it got taken out, which is, you can say what you say, but it's funny that useful shit gets taken out and bullshit stays in.
That was the high school I went to was a technical high school, and starting your junior year, you picked something you wanted to do, and every other day you just did that thing. And they had automotive, the CAD, truck driving, forestry.
Shit. My school had that shit too, and I told this story before, but I'll tell it again. I went in the counselor. I was like, I love wood shop. I'm pretty good at it. I want to teach wood shop and build with wood. And they go, well, actually, funding's being cut more and more every year, and wood shop and automotive and these programs are disappearing, so you should choose something else. And I made the joke. It's like, then I just started doing drugs. The lady took away my dream. No, but she said that, and I just remember being like 15, whatever, and I was like, that sucks.
And also, like,
why?
Is there not a need for mechanics? Is mechanics going down?
It's just.
I know, but they're like, this is a viable job that is constantly there, but we don't have the funding to teach you it. Sorry. Like, well, what are you teaching?
War. No, I just went there because it's funny. We don't have funding for schools and teaching children valuable skills, but we always have money for that bomb to go drop on wherever the fuck we're bombing at that moment.
And that is a truth bomb right there.
My mouth. Anyways, too much. I'm too at peace right now. I did ayahuasca again, and I'm just so peaceful. Yeah.
Nice.
It's funny, you pray for inner peace, but then you get it, and then you're like, I'm not pissed off enough to talk about shit.
Yeah.
Because and you go, that's the spiciest stuff.
And you get inner peace, and you just go, and where's this going? I'm just going to be content for a while.
I'm just happy now. Don't worry, you visit the world, it'll dirty you up real fast. Just go to downtown LA.
Most of the stuff I do is out of discontent for either the current situation, like even like going for a hike. I fucking feel like shit. I need to go work out and do something. Like, it's not about just being.
How good is nature when you are angry, though?
Dude,
it fucking saves you. I love it.
If a girl fucking cheated on you, go climb a mountain.
It's true.
You go climb a mountain, you get to the top, and you either throw yourself off or you come back down a different man.
It's true. You either come back a different man or, that was a reincarnation joke. It went over your head. Excuse me. I'm just staring.
Pause for playing. You got spots tonight?
Mm-mm.
Staying in?
I'm staying in. I'm
Nice.
so tired. I've been road dogging it. I got Vancouver this weekend, followed by Chicago, Nashville, Memphis, followed by New York and Boston, and then Edmonton.
What are you doing in Boston?
Laughs.
Nice.
Very nice.
Tobin, Cott, you know those guys?
Yeah. I've been doing these clubs here and there. I did that one in Salem. Beverly? No.
The Cabot?
Yeah. Where's that at?
I want to say Beverly, I think.
Yeah.
That was after I left. They opened up. They've got a bunch of new ones.
Yeah, good
guys.
for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just did the Detroit House of Comedy too. They're in cahoots.
With those houses. Yeah, and they got another one in Texas too.
Yeah, I've done both. Thank you for the work.
I could use some work.
Give the man. He's got a special. Give him some work.
I got Hollywood Improv July 27th. Big Naturals monthly show I got there.
Nice. You booked me a bunch on that.
Yeah,
Thank
he's been on it. We'll have him on again.
Man. And then you got Comedy Store tonight. That's awesome.
Comedy Store tonight. So if you hear this tomorrow,
you missed.
That's where I was.
Yeah, this comes out Tuesday.
4th of July. Happy birthday, America. You did it. You're going through a hard time right now, but you fucking did it. close to 50 years. What would it be?
1776.
220. I don't know.
It's too much.
Nobody
math.
knows. It's like the Bible. Nobody knows when you started, but you started and you're still here. Way to fucking go.
Let's fucking go. And then, oh no, I'm losing all my trains.
If you
of
could be in
thoughts.
any other country, be born in any other country, would you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, nobody would. Say, this is a great question, and this talks to, if you could be any other race, would you be?
Mm-mm.
I've asked that. Nobody has ever said yes. Racism isn't
I like
real.
being half
Everybody's
and half.
happy.
I'm a halfie though. You
Yeah.
look like you got some native shit in you. You got some native in you?
I'd tan well.
That's good. That's what I mean. Probably got two.
I mean,
you got
I wouldn't be
probably got
surprised.
2%. Got some hope.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah, I'm German, English, Mexican. I still haven't done the DNA test because I don't want to be cloned. And but I'm very curious to find out all the nooks and cranny.
Here's what you do. Like, you and me do it, but I send in, you take my DNA and send it in for you. So that way they don't actually have yours. When they go to clone you,
It'll be
it'll
you.
just be me that pops
Yeah.
up and they'll go, oh, what happened? We got it wrong. But that way we both get it back and we can
Yeah, we
find
can
out for
figure
each
it out.
other.
I know my uncle didn't, and of course we're mutts, and we had Kuwaiti blood.
Wow.
I'm the brown Jew, Sephardic, and lots of Spanish shit, native
Kuwaiti.
shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've seen that with some people that are like, they thought they're all Cuban, and then they're like, also there was Thai in there, and they're like, who was that person? Oh, fuck him.
Little Genghis Khan went around. Dude, that shit's crazy. God, that's such a what a wild world, the true history of it. And just these empires,
Oh,
the
it's
shit.
my favorite. You listen to Dan Carlin?
What's that one?
Hardcore History?
Maybe, actually. I follow a gang of history accounts. I don't really pay attention to the names.
It's a podcast, but he's got a great one on Genghis Khan. It's like a 12-part series on his whole conquest of the world.
Yeah.
It's so dense and intense, but like compelling that you listen to 3 hours and be like, oh, I fucking heard the shit there.
Yeah, that guy. Jesus. Fucking murderer. Oh, my God. He couldn't beat the samurais, though. He couldn't beat a few people.
No, he didn't get Japan.
He beat everybody except for Japan.
And then I don't know if he died or he just kind of stopped a little into like Europe, like up past Greece. I want to say he made it up to like the Balkans.
I just remember he went after the Ottoman Empire and and whooped them and they showed like the evidence of never fully recovered because of that fool.
Technology wise, no. They were the mecca of innovation in math and science pre him, and then he wiped out Baghdad, which was like considered after Alexandria and like the library got burned there, and then it was like maybe 1,000 years later, Baghdad is the new
Mecca,
epicenter
yeah.
of math and science. And then he came in and burned that place down, and then they came back just more fundamental and be like, and more hardcore Muslim, like, we're not letting that happen again.
Yeah.
And it kind of stopped the whole them looking into shit after that.
Damn.
But they came up with a lot of math, a lot of astronomy and shit that we know today all came from the Middle East.
Yeah.
And then he was
Ancient
like,
Sumeria.
stop it.
Yeah, that shit's wild. I love that shit. Are you a fan of Billy Carson?
That sounds familiar.
He's the black dude that talks about the true history and he debunks a lot of shit and he says a lot of shit that pisses off a lot of people and I fucking love it.
Probably I've seen him. He's not the hello, my friend.
No.
Oh, okay, he's a good one.
No, but I love the way he speaks about it because he's like, here's the evidence, here's why I think that, and here's where it comes from. Here's where it's rewritten, here's the discrepancies, here's where that story come from. He pisses off a lot of religions though because he's like, hey, Jesus wasn't crucified. And then they're like, what? Obviously they get mad. But he's like, he did exist. His name was Yeshua, though. I guess it was Arabic for Joshua.
Yeah.
And Jesus means Hail Zeus. But tell that to the Catholic Church. Crack, crack.
What up, Francis?
They'll be like, what'd you say? Anyways. Yeah, but he goes in full detail. I've been watching his shit. It's absolutely fantastic.
I was a history major in college.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, big history fan.
Yeah, some Graham Hancock shit. Just like shit that makes more logical sense to the Egyptian timeline than the stuff they tell us. And the fact that they still try to tell us slaves made those pyramids, and if you just look at them, you're like,
There's no evidence of that.
It's all, it was advanced technology they got wiped out.
Even in the Bible or in the, in the Old Testament and shit, they say that like Jews were slaves but they don't mention pyramids at all. They never mentioned, by the way, we built the largest thing on earth to date.
Yeah.
We should maybe put that in the book.
No,
they're just like, yeah, they made us work real hard, a lot of stone, cut away.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's fun, fascinating. So whether you believe it or not, it's absolutely fun, and it's just having an open mind.
I have to pee real bad.
Me too, dude. You go first. It's a pee break.
All right.
Do a pee break. Let me just fix this. You know what I'm saying? We gotta look good. We gotta get clips. Gotta get the clips. It's a clips game. It's a fucking clips game.
Dude, the clips on the special are far outweighed people who actually watched the entire special. Like,
dude,
by millions.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You fucking book a Netflix special to get the clips to post on Instagram. I swear to God. Isn't that crazy? Not that it's not an accomplishment, and it's valuable and all that shit, but
yeah,
that's what it's boiled down to.
And also you're like, ultimately, I just want people to see me, to stand up.
Yeah.
And so I can have more people come out to the show. So whatever way I got to do it, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Go through this. You're like, just please, can you just show it to people? Back to the history thing. This was my, what is it called? Like dissertation or whatever, but I wasn't a doctorate, but just to finish my degree in history. My focus was on the breakup of the Ottoman Empire at the end of World War I. And not only did they get busted by Genghis, but then they came back and they were Ottoman Empire from then until the end of World War I, because they chose the side of Germany and Austria-Hungary to be on. And so they got broken up, and France and England pretty much took all of the rest of the Middle East other than Turkey. The Ottomans got to keep Turkey, and then they took the rest of it. And that's why all of them have just these straight line borders, because they sat there with a map and a ruler and just cut it up and said, like, you'll have, Lebanon, and we'll have Iraq. And
God, that's so crazy just to think
it's called the Pico-Sykes Agreement. But the Ottomans had the largest oil reserves for 600 years when they didn't know what to do with oil, and then they lost it 20 years before oil became a commodity.
Damn. Yeah, that must... Imagine them apples. You're like, what? That's worth a bajillion trillion dollars?
And it was probably like a hindrance to them before. They would be like, we got these black lakes. If only it wasn't for these black lakes.
They keep getting on fire, too. God. Fucking oil. The world at war over it, and that's crazy. Forever. What a perpetual state of war we've been in, huh? It's only since central banks got put into place.
Talking to you, Fed.
Yeah. Hey, knock it off.
Audit the Fed. It's not even a fucking government. It's a private organization.
Yeah, don't get me started. I can't go down.
I grew up right where they signed the agreement. That was at
Jekyll Island?
No, the Bretton Woods Agreement.
Yeah.
To create at the end of World War II, to create make the dollar the petrodollar.
Yeah.
That was one of the agreements they signed at the end of World War II in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire.
Damn.
Go there. There's a picture of like all the most evilest dudes.
We want to fucking own y'all, all y'all. And you're like, no, leave me alone. No. Okay. Some of the final questions. That's because we like this community service. I was a knucklehead. We're on our way out of that lifestyle on the bigger, better things. Clean shit. So what is a bad event that has changed you for the better?
Well, I would say I used to compete professionally in skiing.
I did not know that. That's fucking wild.
In freestyle skiing, and I blew my knee out when I was 19, and it ended competing for me, and I thought it was like everything. I was like, I don't know what I am now, because like for the past fucking 10 years, that's been my identity. But I would not be doing stand-up now if that had not happened. So that would probably be definitely like a bad thing. That it took years for that to mature and to go through different stages to end up at stand-up.
Yeah.
But I can definitely say that is a pivotal point in my life where if I had not gotten injured, just kept competing, I would probably just be working within skiing somewhere.
That seems to be a reoccurring theme that I've heard over and over again of just like, that's my whole motto, out of bad can come something good. I mean, I didn't invent it. I just noticed the signs. But yeah, like your life's over, but then it gave you new life.
Yeah.
And you never would have done that, because I lost my first friend group because I was drinking on drugs and a lunatic. And I remember, of course, it gutted me because I grew up with these guys. And they were my friends and best friends and family, and now I'm too crazy and they don't want to hang out with me, understandably so, at that time. And I never would have gotten sober and found stand-up had I not burned bridges to people I loved, which is sad. It took that. It's like, can't you just see the signs and the writing on the wall? No, I gotta touch that thorn. Gotta touch that fucking thorn.
And also, if you had not been that crazy, you've been a little less and were just a guy who just worked and then got drunk at night but never made a problem, so nobody ever said you had a problem. You were just happy to be around. You just would have lived a life of not even
mediocrity.
Trying.
Yeah. No, I told him that, and we brought it up. It's almost being good at drugs and alcohol is more of a curse than just going all in.
Yeah.
I swear to God, because you just function. But you're never your best. You're never your worst. You're just, fuck that.
Yeah.
And, yeah, because I know people like that. They're fine. But I know, obviously, they're not happy if they have to get shit-faced every day of their fucking life. Or my buddies that do cocaine, but they're functioning and it's fine. But I'm like, we're getting into our 40s. You're going to die. Fucking knock it off.
And I go, what about cocaine? You go, this really, that you think this is an everyday thing? Like, you think your body can take this every day? Like,
it's crazy. It's so crazy. I get it. I fucking get it. I always want to check out. Why you think I did drugs? It's just cope. You feel good. You don't got to deal with shit. You run. And they, like, some of these fools, like, they won't admit. They're like, I'm fine. It's like, nobody who has genuine happiness says, let me take a bump to boost my happiness.
yeah.
Nobody. You're fucking lying, bro. I understand it, but I just don't.
Especially
if you
not.
just said, I'm a cokehead, I like cocaine, I'd be like, I respect that.
Yeah.
It's more the lie that that bugs me. There's just something to just be real. What are we bullshitting here? You're a fucking crackhead. Enjoy your crack. And that's fine. At least you're honest about it.
And it's a Tuesday, dude. It's like, like I could see you're at a festival. If that's where you did coke last time, and other than that, you're just a person, you go, I had fun one time at a festival. That's for you, fine. But if you're like, dude, we're going out tonight. We're going to do some bubs. And you're
it's
like,
Tuesday. It's 7 p.m. It's fucking 7.
Do you really want Tuesday to become Wednesday morning? Like,
yeah.
That's not.
Bro, it's crazy. It's so crazy.
I like every night. Ideally, if I could take 2 hits of a joint every night at 1 o'clock and then go to bed then and then wake up at 7, that would be the perfect sleep schedule and time to do stand-up. Usually a lot of times it's later than 1 o'clock by the time I get home, but that I think 1 o'clock, stay up just past midnight. If I had a fitness regimen, it would be just past midnight, then go to bed. Everybody else is like, oh, you do that? No, just past midnight.
No, yeah, I like that. I stay up late. I need more of a system, a regime. Oh, I can't talk. What happened there?
Bleep that out too.
I just think drugs should be more ceremonial,
Yeah.
Like you just said, you want to do blow at Coachella, do it. But you come home back to reality and family. It's fucking crazy.
The people, like, when you hear like somebody like Greg Giraldo or even, in this business, I can get how it can seem, because you are being the arbiter of fun for most people. Like, that's your job. So it can seem like you're not doing coke on a Tuesday. You're like, no, I was a fucking stand-up and entertaining. But if you're just like a insurance salesman and you're fucking blowing lines to go fill out reports, dude, you got to know that's not lasting.
I knew fools. I worked at American Home Loans. So I did mortgages, bro, and everyone there was gacked out of their fucking skull.
I just go,
it
why?
Was crazy.
Why do you want to be on coke to do the most boring thing? Like,
bro, that was wild. Your boss was a cokehead. You did coke together. You know what I mean? Good luck.
That's when you go, oh yeah, this is gonna end up being a problem. When your boss, when you got a boss cutting up lines, you go, so nobody's gonna tell me no. Okay, all right.
God, that was trouble. Everybody's young, partying, making money. Good grief. That was the most miserable I was ever in my life. On the most narcotics, making the most money. Until now, that was I don't think I lasted 6 months at that job.
Selling insurance?
Home loans, mortgages.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was that pre-2008?
Yeah, that was pre-crash.
Yeah, so it was like, this can never end.
Yeah. Oh, bro. Fucking, that's what I mean. It's better to go to 100 fast because at least you know you have a problem. You just scoot on by at 50 your whole life and then it's gone.
Nice. You ever talk to Tim Dillon about that? He was doing the same thing. Doing blow, selling fucking, what are they called? Subprime mortgages. Pre-2008.
I love that fool. I'm a fan. I've only worked with him a handful of times. I'm not close to him, but he's worked with me enough where he knows I'm a comic, so that's what's up.
What was the biggest person that you were happy that they finally recognized you as a comic? For me, it was Joey Diaz.
Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joey Diaz calling me Tarzan made my heart melt. Hey, Tarzan, what's up? Joe Rogan giving me a hug and letting me sit in his circle.
Nice. I scratched his car once.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah. I dropped outside the Improv. I unlocked my bike. It was locked up to the sign right by the valet stand. And I didn't realize it when I unlocked it. It was leaning on the lock, so it just fell over, and the bar handle hit the bumper of the car that was there. And I just tried to pick it up and leave, and the valet was like, hey, you scratched that? And I was like, all right, what do we do? And he goes, we have to tell the owner. I go, I don't know who owns it. And they go, we do. It's Joe Rogan. And I was like,
you're like, I'm fucking out of here, bro.
No, I said, all right, let's see how
how do you react?
Didn't give a shit. He almost reacted like, you guys came to tell me there was a scratch on my car. I don't give a shit about a scratch.
That's why he's the best, bro.
No, but he goes, are you a comic? He said, you're a comic, right? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah. And he goes, well, get out of here, dude. What are you got bike insurance? What are you going to pay for this?
Yeah. No, he's the man, bro. Everybody has their opinions. He's a very kind, generous dude to so many people.
If that was a Tesla bumper, I would have had to move back to Maine. I wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah.
If you make it,
like, I quit. You want my kid? I can't afford him anymore. Damn, that's wild. Yeah. Just like a handshake from Neil Brennan, old school Neil Brennan, pre ayahuasca Neil Brennan. He talks about it publicly, how it changed him, and everyone witnessed it too. So I'm not ratting him out, but but I like that though. I like how in stand up you have to be funny and earn it.
Yeah,
and it can be a little brutal at times, and but like to get that head nod from the OG,
and it's nothing about like opening for him or actually wanting stuff, but just the recognition that, hey, you also do what I do.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, thank
and
God.
It's not even that, like, it's just you got to earn it. It's a weird unspoken thing. Yeah. Like, you can't just be like, good job to everyone.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy. It's hard. It's so hard.
I've stopped giving out meaningless good set or good job.
Yeah.
If I didn't think, I will not. I won't be mean, but I won't say.
We can't. It's like an unwritten rule in the comedy community. We can only say it if it's true.
Yeah.
Because if they're not funny, you're gonna hear this. Nice guy.
And if you know you did bad and somebody says great set, then that's a person you cannot trust.
Yeah.
Anymore.
You're like,
Like, I will not. Anything they say from here on out is fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a very... It is an equilibrium. It balances itself out. It's like the mob, but instead of crime. I've said it before. It's like, you funny? Is he funny?
Yeah.
He's funny? Okay, you're in the mob. That's the only requirement. All right, the final question, my friend. You got any good pooping of the pants story?
Well, I just pooped in my pants the other day, just a little bit, walking the kid. Thought it was a fart, and it was a good mile from the house, and it was just like, ugh, fuck. Yeah, I'm just walking back a mile.
You and him both.
And then, little girl, please.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, gender's a construct. We're trying to make a little girl. She was asleep in the stroller too, so it wasn't like there was bathrooms around that I could have gone into, but it would have woken her up going into the store or something. So I just got to take the hit and walk back. One time I used to landscape when I was in Maine, and I showed up first thing in the morning. The boss had said, "You're going to get there earlier. We have to go do something else. Start with these things and then move on to this or whatever." And I get there at like 7:30 in the morning, some big rich person's house. And I get down on my hands and knees to start planting something, and fart and just like shit in the boxers. And I just get up and get in my car and leave. And I went to this rest stop that was down the street, took off the boxers, stuffed them behind the toilet, wiped up, just went back, put the shorts back on, went back, no underwear for the rest of the day. But they just saw a dude just drive up, pick up one plant, set it down, get down, and then just get right back up and just walk up.
He's shit in the first 30 seconds of work. That's enough labor. I gotta go. Can you imagine that? Be like, this lazy sack of shit.
And they're like, wait,
no, he pooped his pants.
And then I just came back 20 minutes later and just started the same exact task again. And they're like, what is up with this fucking kid?
I shit, lady. I shit my pants. God, that's a good one. Pooping in the garden. Full circle. Fertilizer. Circle of life. I sprayed your roses, lady. I'm sorry. Yeah, pooping. I haven't pooped my pants lately. That's a good thing. Yeah, that's it, my friend. I'm so tired. I'm sorry I didn't have more energy. I drank more caffeine. This is a peaceful podcast today. They're my fan base knows. They get cracked out Craig sometimes. They get peaceful Craig. I like to be cracked out from, but it's hard to be cracked out every podcast.
Yeah.
I'm at peace, guys. No, good poop story. Check out my man Special. We'll provide all links. Check out his show. He has a monthly show at the Hollywood Improv.
Also, if you like Dawson's Creek, me and Kim McVicker, we have a podcast where we watch every episode of Dawson's Creek.
Are you fucking with me?
No, it's called I Don't Want to Wait. Just check it out wherever you get podcasts.
What the fuck? It's the weirdest themed podcast I've ever.
We sometimes it'll be all about the episode, going hard in on the characters. Other times, don't even mention the episode at all. But each episode of the podcast is a particular episode of the show.
God, that's so funny. I don't want to wait for our life. Was that Ditto, right?
Paula Cole.
I knew that.
Yeah. Not the original song, too. And listen to the podcast to find out more tidbits and like that.
Whatever happened to that guy, Jason Van Beek?
James Vanderbeek lives in Texas now, has 6 kids. Follow him on...
Good for him.
Follow him on TikTok. We'd love to get him on the show. James, JVB, we'd love to have you on.
Katie Holmes, is she out of her marriage?
She is, yeah.
Get her on the pod.
She got free. Yeah. Michelle Williams, also out of her marriage.
Who's she married to?
Heath Ledger.
Oh, I forgot about that. Rest his soul, poor guy. Anyways, that has been our podcast. Don't do drugs, kids. It's a dangerous world out there. And also, if you do them, I completely understand. It's hard.
Sometimes hanging out with the Olsen twins is rough.
Yeah. Is that who he was hanging out with?
Yeah.
I didn't know none of this shit.
Yeah, she was the one who found him. She called the maid. Before 911.
Well, yeah. The maid has to clean up.
And also, a lot of people blame her for that, but she's been rich her entire life. That's how she calls 911. She calls the maid to call 911. She didn't know 911 was a number. She knew the
I
maid
didn't
knew
know
it. It was
any
a
of this. She found them?
Yeah.
Fuck. If they weren't fucked up enough. These poor kids. Anyways. What a dark way to end it. Peace and love. Keep your heads up. Don't do drugs, kids. And I love you all. Namaste.